Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, new start. Basically, everyone knows that my mum passed away a few weeks ago, so plans are getting that sort of finalised, and a funeral's booked in June, 5th of June. So yeah, all finally coming together. So this is now Jack's new start. So as you can see, this is the man cave that I've been sort of like filming from, which is basically just my own garage. And obviously, you know, I've been living in a two-bedroom house with my mum, which is this here, for about 3 years. Been looking after her as a sort of full-time carer, and now she's passed away. I've got now got to start looking at relocation because I'm not allowed to keep the house, as far as I'm aware of. If I'm allowed to take on a tenancy, then they'll give me a smaller place to live in. So we need to downsize. We need to downsize all this. And you're thinking, where's Jack's going to start filming from? Well, I've already been saving quite hard for the rainy day, and the rainy day is now. So I can't actually show you right now because I'm doing a lot of live stuff because everything is up in arms. I'm moving stuff around, getting rid of junk, selling stuff off don't need. As you can see, there's lots of stuff here trying to get rid of. The screen's gone, which is obviously knackered. So yeah, it's a matter of declunking down what I've got here. So the channel's still going to go. I'm going to do some live feeds more regularly because obviously I can't do video and then edit them and put them up for you. So I do live feeds instead. So you guys keep an eye on what I'm doing. So what I've done, I've actually gone out and brought basically another man cave, which is a shed, much about the same size as this garage basically in size. So I could fit what's in this garage in there, but we're going to actually look at redoing the whole thing because obviously that's going to be at a friend's house. They allow me to use the bottom of the garden, putting the shed in place, and I'll be working from there, doing YouTube videos, hopefully going back into self-employment and get my business up and running. So being like videography and stuff I'll be doing as a job, so I can still keep stuff that I want to do on the channel. Because if I end up going for an employment job, I'll probably be stuck with hours that I don't really want, and they're not around the time I want, and filming, and it's going to interrupt on what I'm trying to build up here. So it could be self-employment, doing videography, and probably some IT as well, and so I can keep these channels, this drone channel, this cloud channel, the IT stuff all going and stuff. Sorry about the poor condition, because obviously it's up in arms at the moment, so I'm sort of relying on a bit of broadband, a bit of 4G to keep this connection up for you guys. So yeah, so I'm decluttering here. So we was going to originally rebuild the network here. Yes, I'm getting to those videos as soon as I can get myself reorganised here because it's sort of a last minute thing and didn't really sort of see my mum passing away basically. So with the new man cave, that's going to be installed in 4 weeks time. I bought it, paid for it, and hopefully we get it in within the 4 weeks. I'm going to try and speak to the company today and say, any chance we get it in a bit before than 4 weeks? Because I've got 4 weeks to move out of here. So hopefully I can get in place before then. So in that new place we've got, it's about as big as this place here, so we're going to put in new benches. So I've got an editing suite for my video and my Mac and stuff. Then I have another bench the other side, which will be my servers. So I'll be relocating these servers here. So be relocating these servers. I've got one upstairs and also got one in the shed out the back here. So they will be actually in there. We're going to cable. We can install Cat 5 cabling or Cat 6 cabling. No, we'll go Cat 6. And I basically, because I was originally going to do it here, as I said before, I showed you guys, didn't I, that all the cabling was up the wall. So that's the original shed that has a server in. We ran cables over Y up to here because I can't live here anymore. We can't do the networking cable I was promising you guys that we're going to do. So, but I have got the bits of that because that all came in the other day. So we have, remember that show we've got. So we've got a PDU unit which takes normal UK power supply and obviously normal UK plug sockets. So we have that going. We're going to buy a couple more of these as well. So we got power. I brought various things in here like the patch panel. So we've got the patch panel in there to go in. So that's going to be fitted in the new man cave. I've got the rack, what what we call it, wall mounted rack. So it's not a full big rack, just a wall mounted rack, nice and tidy. 6 switches and sticking the patch panel in there as well. And we've got some other bits still coming as well. We've got rack screws and bolts and things like that. I've already got the Cat 6 cabling, so I don't need to purchase that. So that's going to be installed. The broadband is already over where we're going to install the shed. We may need to install a Virgin Media to get the pipe bigger, because I like fast internet, especially doing YouTube stuff. So that's going to be installed. So I do videos and all that for you guys. So it's going to be a long project over the next 4 to 5, maybe 6 weeks, because obviously 4 weeks the shed's going in play. Then everything's going to be installed. We're going to do the bench builds, server moving into there, running cables from the house to the shed, because obviously the shed's in the back of a friend's garden, which is the garden's quite long, so we're going to have to run cables underground. So we're going to put in sort of trunking under the ground, like proper, to keep them weatherproof and tidy, and it looks neat as well. So straight in there, we'll have an electrician going in to install the power that we need as well, lighting, LED lighting, things like that. It's going to be really super tidy. And we're going to have double walls as well, so we can hide all the cabling in between the wall panels, so when you look in the shed it looks completely tidy. I'm going to be having 2 great big servers hosted in there, which are my new ones I've just recently built, which is running Unraid, and I'm going to have 2 PowerEdge servers still running, because we're going to look at later on building another Unraid server that will take over those 2 servers. Then we have 3 Unraid servers, 2 running at 6 terabytes storage, 32 gig of RAM and 4 gigahertz speed. And the last one we're going to have that running really high storage in the region of like 30 to 40, maybe 50 terabytes of storage in there as well. 4 gigahertz, 32 gig of RAM. Probably actually push it up to 64 gig of RAM, having more and more storage to use. So that's where we are at the moment. So that's happening now. I already recorded the video so far for the purchasing the shed, where it's going to be installed in the back garden. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll be filming bits and pieces and add it together. We'll do live video feeds to show where we are. How many broadband connections do you have? Here in the home, I have one, which is BT Infinity. That's running at 49 megs download speed, and I roughly get about 19 meg upload speed. Upload speeds. So where we're moving to will be on a slightly smaller broadband speed, but that's only temporary. Then we're going to install Virgin Media, so it'll be a 200 meg pipe down, and hopefully around about 20 megabyte up speed, which is going to be ample for what I need anyway. Is the shed going to have fibre links to the house? No, we're just going to run Cat 6. Well, actually, good thinking, actually. We may do, actually, because already I've done a video. If you look on my channel, I've done a video of a BT Sky router. So that's the house it's going to. So she's got an under stairs cupboard where her router's installed. So that's on a video that's on my channel. You can go and watch that, actually. It's there, it shows you what I did there. And so yeah, we could run fibre out, because I can buy the fibre already connected both ends, already patched in. So all our thing as well, how all that works. Much love and best wishes to you. Thank you, Love Daddy, Love Daddy, I think it's called. Yeah, so we'll look at doing fibre. So I haven't done fibre stuff before, but I haven't got the machine to splice the cables. They're really expensive. Not really ever gone down that route, because even when I was installing cables as a full-time business, I always hired in a fibre optic guy to do that. He was much more cheaper that way. He had the equipment, he had a daily rate, and that was perfect for me, because equipment was expensive, and then the training for it and all that stuff as well. So we'll probably just go to a network company which is just down the road from me, and just basically ask them to make up so many meters of fibre and make sure they've got the right ends either side, so we can then connect it into a switch. So I'll probably install a switch in the underground stairs, bit under the stairs, which has got a broadband. So we'll probably put a switch in there, put a fibre module in that side, and then we'll have that running back to the shed into another 48 port switch with another fibre module for it to go straight into. Because these switches I've got should do massive amounts of bandwidth on it. They're quite expensive switches that I've basically took with me when I moved. My business sort of went down and I moved all my equipment out, so I still had some really powerful switches, and I kept hold of those because those sort of switches are not easy to replace because they're expensive. So yeah, so we've got the man cave coming now, so we can do that. We've got lots of videos we can make out. We'll do a live stream. I'm going to do the time lapse video of the guys putting the shed together, and we do time-lapse videos of the builds, the benches going in as well. I should be able to take my multi-gym so I can start using that again, because I really need to lose the weight. You know, as mum's passed away and stuff, I need to start looking feeling healthy as well. So if you look at some of my old videos, going back on my drone channel, it shows I have put on a lot of weight because I've just been so bloody lazy. You know, it's easy done anyway. So I've had a few people with really nasty comments about my weight and stuff. Doesn't bother me. I just delete you and I ban you off the site anyway, so it doesn't really bother me at all. But I do need to lose it for myself anyway, not for everybody else, for myself. And if people don't like watching my channel and call me all sorts of names, go away and watch another channel. You know, you don't have to watch my channel. So yeah, so that's what we'll do. So you guys can follow me along all the cable installs. So it's quite a lot to do actually, because I've got let me just turn it around. So that's the new server. I've got 2 of those boxes now. I've got one of the Dell servers still running. The other one's switched off now, so that's a spare. So I'll probably sell that off. I'm selling off this Dell server here, which is on Facebook now. So if you search on Facebook, you'll probably see this. Anyway, search for my name, Jack Hodgins, on Facebook. You'll probably be able to see that anyway. So I've got to go through all this. I've got loads of stuff to sell. I've got that server that's just basically come offline. That's spares or repairs. Got to get rid of these. I've got some motherboards to get rid of, power supplies to get rid of. I've got to put this together. That was a laptop upgrade I'm doing, so that can be a video. Once it's done, then that can be sold off. I've got a really nice cover to go on that, sort of a Avenger type cover. These screens will be probably relocated to my man shed, so I might consider replacing them with some nicer screens, because they are quite old screens anyway. So there's my Cat 5 cable, but we've got new Cat 6 anyway. So and at the moment you've seen a bit of mismatch going on here. So there's my hub and switches and stuff sort of all put in, and that's just thrown in to get the job done basically. And it goes into, so you can see the multiple connections on the back. I'm going to get some more quad cards put in that, because I would like to get like six cables and that. It's cheaper than actually getting fibre, I suppose. But I might start looking at upgrading to 10 gig ether, because that's really much the same sort of cable-ish, much more high grade cable, but you don't have all the fancy modules to go and play. But the switch is expensive. But for me, I shouldn't need to worry about too much of a big switch actually. I probably need about a 10 port or something like that to run off it. So we'll probably have to look at that as well going forward too as well. So yeah. So what other message we've got here? Can you do a really nice fibre pre-termination run underground? Yeah, well actually I've got to dig a trench from the house to the shed I'm installing to put in cable runs. So we'll cover that, no probs. Trying to see my message because they keep flashing up and disappearing. Show live chat messages. Let's do that. That's a new one. Okay, one that's going to stay up. Maybe even backup copper. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I might start doing that. So we're going to actually do this shed build. So let's build in some redundancy with it. So see what redundancy we can do and what's affordable to do. So anyway, you sort of pick it up on that and stuff. So yeah, so if I go back in self-employment, I'll probably do videography as my main sort of work. So it gives me lots of free time, and I'll probably take a bit of IT up, and I'll make sure we video those jobs, those IT jobs as well. So that makes more videos on here and shows what I'm capable of doing at the moment as well. So finishing off those jobs in California, I've got another one in California to do, which is the guys passed it on. So we're going to get all that tied up and get those videos released soon as well. So that's been quite a good build. What do you think regarding using NAS units for network storage? Hyper-V virtual machines, e.g. NAS units, SCSI. I didn't really get on well with the Hyper machines, the Hyper-V machines. I had a colleague that installed Hyper-V and he loved it basically. And I don't get the idea of running, you have to run an operating system, then activate Hyper-V, then install virtual environment. So in theory, installing it all still on an operating system. So you rely on the operating system to keep on running. We know what Windows is like, and Windows servers are like. So I went away from the Hyper-V type solution. I've installed it and played with it and stuff, you know, pretty robust, but don't like the idea of having an actual OS running like the virtual server side. So I always went the VM route. See, with VMware, you can install this one's originally running VMware, so it doesn't run any operating system apart from it runs VMware directly on the hardware. Then you've got the virtual environment, so it's not running an operating system to run the VMs on top, so it makes it much more you get all the hardware going to the VMs than it is trying to run. Because with Hyper-V, you've got to at least have some memory held back. Oh yeah. Right, let me just finish this. Got some visitors. I'm just doing live feed.
Oh, great. Are we?